Hello guys, my name is Jesper Nissen, and in this video I'm going to show you how with a simple trick you can increase the power of your cloud sites exponentially. So in the last couple of videos that I published to my channel, I talked about cloud sites, and I showed some examples of cloud site on Amazon, and I think was cloud site on not Linode, I think it was DigitalOcean, the last example in this video. And so when you're building these cloud links, for most of the platforms as it is today, by default, when you're creating the so-called buckets, the cloud platforms, they publish the cloud sites on a subdomain. So let's say that you're doing something on roofing. It could be called roofing-texas.s3.amazon.aws.com // and then your website. So it's on a root domain. And what I found out that with the simple URL rewrite trick, you can actually publish the same site not on a subdomain but in a folder. And it doesn't, and you can index the website on the subdomain, and then it will have a domain authority of 1 and a page authority of 1. And you can index the same website in the folder, and it will have the very big domain authority that the domain actually has, and also a very large page authority. And let me show you how. So a couple of weeks ago, I published this this cloud site here on Amazon, AMAZON.aws.com. And so if you're looking at this URL, you can see that it says s3.eucentral1.amazonaws.com/how-to-insert-schema in WordPress/home.html. So normally when you publish a cloud site, when you create the bucket, I created the bucket called how to insert schema in WordPress. So normally when you create a bucket like that, that's not how the URL looks like. This is a trick that I made. So and if I take a look at here at Mangools, you will be able to see that this exact URL, it has a domain authority of 72 and it has a page authority of 38. So page authority of 38 and domain authority of 72 is an extremely powerful do-follow link, especially because I control the content. So I built out all of this content. I built an outgoing link to schema.org. I built an outgoing link to my own website, and I embedded my my YouTube video here. So that's a powerful link, but out of the box, that's not how the URL looks like. So it actually looks like this. I can mark this and delete it, and then move it over here to the left. And so now it's called how to insert schema in WordPress.s3 and so on and so forth. If I click enter now, so you'll be able to see now that it's actually the same website. So that's the default URL. And if we inspect the power of this guy here by clicking Mangools, you'll be able to see that actually this domain has a power of 1 and the page authority of 1. And what does that mean? It's only numbers, right? Well, that means that basically this, if you're using the default URL structure, this cloud site has a power of 0. Basically, it has no power at all. Same power as let's say that you pick up a new domain today or tomorrow, publish a WordPress website on it, or a static HTML website on this new domain. It has a power of no power. And by default now, the way that all of the most of the cloud providers, they do it actually. By default now they have this power of almost 0. And so I found out a way on how to automate this URL rewrite. So let's open a notepad, and I can show you just so you can make copy for yourself. So this is how it looks like out of the box. So what I do is I copy this guy here, dude. And oops, sorry. I copy the entire URL first. So this is before. This is what it looks before. And this is what it looks after. Dudes. And then I grab this guy here and I move it over as a folder instead. So so you will be able to see that the only thing I did was that I moved the name of the bucket over here after this slash before the home, and it works perfectly fine. So you can see how to insert schema in WordPress .s3 and so on and so forth. Changes to this s3 dot blah blah blah, how to insert schema in WordPress. And Amazon doesn't mind, and DigitalOcean doesn't mind. So let's say I'm inside of yacss, and so this is Amazon. So you can see here that in yacss I made it so that this is the default bucket name .s3 and so on and so forth. And then you can rewrite this, and then yacss takes care of the interlinking. And let's say for DigitalOcean, that was the example I published a couple of days ago. I clicked on this guy here, region digitaloceanspaces.com/bucket name, and that's what it looked like. And the observant viewer, Darren Carter here, he catch that and asked this question. So yeah, so that's my recommendation. So if you're one of these guys that are actually, you know, experimenting with these cloud links, and you're building these cloud links, and you want the maximum power out of your cloud sites, and you need to do this. And as you can see, it's extremely simple. You just follow this, you know, before and this after. So you just follow this guide, and it doesn't care. So I should say that it's not all cloud providers that actually support this, because some, like for example, I think it's Oracle, they also support it. Was it Bunny? Yeah, Bunny Cloud doesn't support it. So, but Bunny Cloud, out of the box, Bunny Cloud is still very powerful. Page authority in the 30s or 40s, something like that. So it is powerful. They didn't degrade the power of their subdomains like many of the other did. So yeah, but if you're using yacss, then you can just do what I did. And if you're not using yacss, or you're using another tool to make these cloud links, you just need to take care that you need to do this in order to get the maximum power. And besides that, as a last note, I can see I talked almost 8 minutes now. Wasn't supposed to be a long video, but just as a last note, even though that this page has considerable power, it's really a strong page now, because it has the domain authority of 72 and the page authority of 38. What I normally do is I still do build links to these guys. So it could be other cloud links, it could be Scrapebox links. I'm not a big user of Scrapebox currently. Normally what I do to power these cloud links up is I build Web2 links in hand. It could be tweets, it could be wakelets. You can check out the video I did on wakelets, previous video in my channel. It could be a link in a YouTube channel description. It could be Tumblr, Weebly, WordPress. And I also I set up an IFTTT automation link building ring for my own Twitter channel. So whenever I tweet something from my jespernissenseo Twitter channel, I trigger an IFTTT ring that, you know, builds a lot of links to this tweet and to whatever it is that I put in the tweet. So you can also do that, and that still works. So I have a series of Web2 properties, free Web2 properties, like Tumblr, like Weebly, like WordPress, like Blogger, you know, Google Blogger, blog post, or blogger.com, and EMGUR, ImageGUR. I also use that, and Pinterest, and Flickr. Flickr can still give you do-follow links, and so I have some automation set up about that, around that. So you can also do that, and you can actually, just as a last trick, so you can right-click here and copy image address. Let's see here. So this is actually an image. So you can actually also take this image, and you can hot link to this image. So you can actually link to that image URL, and you'll be able to see. So now I didn't put any text on this image, but if I had put text, you know, readable text, for example, how to insert schema in WordPress, I could have done image SEO on this. I didn't do that, but I could have done. And then if I build links to this image, it will actually be able to see that this moves up in the Google rankings, in the image search. So there are plenty of things that you can do if you use your imagination. So yeah, so that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.